Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to bring upon us a very, very big topic here on my end that it seems like a lot of people seem to be talking about, if you feel what I'm saying. And that is the rise and fall of Kazuchika Okada in AEW. And I just couldn't help myself but talk about it, bro. We talk about all these wrestlers that get signed to AEW, rightfully so. Right now, I'm not scared to admit that they probably have the most talented roster in all of wrestling at the moment. But that causes wrestlers to get, lost in a mix. And it's just, obviously just a consequence of what happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got guys like Ricky Stark sitting on the shelf, but
He should be.
Kazuchika Okada in AEW has not been the success that a lot of people thought he would be. And instead, to me, he's become a little bit of a joke. And I just wanted to go on ahead and speak on this, speak with the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Because they are the AEW representatives of this
I'm
channel.
not an AEW
So
representative.
we wanted to go
I'm
on
neutral
ahead.
party.
Nah,
Neutral
bro, you
party.
got connects with Tony
I'm an
Khan, bro.
AEW representative.
Listen, at the end of the day, I just want to make it very clear, everybody in here. Kenny Baum and Omer have been in AEW press conferences before. And they've been in media calls before for
Hey
AEW,
Brian,
and
how
they
many?
cannot say the same thing for WWE. So
Hey
at the end of the
Brian, you want to know
day,
why?
they are the
You want to get into
representatives.
why?
So let's go on ahead and get into it, y'all. This man Okada. The last time I remember seeing this man on my screen, he was taking out the middle finger and saying the B word on TV because he was with the elite. I haven't seen him since. He may be on Collision. Omer, can you confirm?
He's been on Collision.
Okay, fair enough. He's on the B show, the C show, as a matter of fact.
No, that,
So,
that is not the C show.
so
Rampage is by far the C show.
Kenny, can I get your honest thoughts? No bias. How do you feel about Okada's run in AEW? Because before he came to AEW, they said that this guy was like the John Cena of New Japan. Like
I
he
heard the
was
same.
up there. Like he was like the next big thing after Nakamura. So can I just go on ahead and get your thoughts, sir?
Absolutely, Brian. So you know me, I don't watch New Japan. I'll watch a little bit of WWE. I'll watch a little bit of AEW, but TNA New Japan is what I don't care about. Now, Okada is a wrestler. People were like, this is the Japanese John Cena, just much like Nakamura. I was like, you know what? Let me see these guys. So I tuned into a few Wrestle Kingdoms, and I was like, okay, these guys cook. They do their thing in Japan. But when Okada came to AEW, it just did not translate. I don't know what we were expecting. Apparently, he got a big bag. We flew out to World's End, not World's End. What was it? Big
Big
Business,
business, big
because him
business.
and Mercedes Moné was coming up, and I think Mercedes kind of blows him out of the water because he has not been performing well in AEW. He does the little one-liners and things like that, trying to be funny with the Young Bucks, but his acting is terrible. He is not 1/10 of what Shinsuke Nakamura is or was back when he was actually cooking. I'm shocked and surprised that Japan actually had this guy at the top for so long because in AEW, he's been below the bottom. His belt even meant more when Eddie Kingston had it. And Eddie Kingston sucks. So that's saying a lot, man.
What
I
a
hate to say it, but it's
what a
saying a lot.
stray. What a stray. Omer.
I
Can I
don't even
please
know.
have your
Like,
Come
thoughts?
on,
man,
man. He does
why do
no
I
snap.
do this? Like, I don't even know why I do this, bro. Like, this is just like we're gonna lie and just talk about stuff we don't know. That's fine. Look, I'm gonna be very real with you. Kazuchika Okada in AEW right now at this point sucks. Like, there
Here
is
we
no
go.
way. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. But and like outside of one match with Pac at Dynasty, he's not cooked. The storyline has been atrocious. They have the stuff with the elite is like actually like something I need to like process differently because it is just insane how much they fumbled it. All that being said, I'm not gonna let Kenny Baum talk about Kazuchika Okada the way he just did. That was absolute blasphemous words that you just said. That was okay, but that was
I'm
but
gearing
like
it up for you, bro. Come
amen.
on.
Roman Reigns circa 2014, but no, I mean, like to claim that New Japan should never have had Okada at the top is just like, I mean, again, you admit that you didn't watch. I think that kind of speaks for itself, my guy. Like if like you can talk about these things like as like it's a fall, and I agree with Brian, it is a fall, but to claim he never should have been at top when, again, in my opinion,
Well,
Not
Big O,
my
I'm gonna have to stop you right there because they're gonna
Mhm.
have to rewind the tape. I don't think I said they should have never had him at the
No, that's
top
what you
because I
said.
never watched New
Rewind it.
Japan. I may have said I'm surprised they had him at the top for
No,
so
no,
long
no, no,
because
no,
what we
no,
see
no.
in AEW, bottom level, underground, the
Hey,
guy sucks.
fellas
That's
watching
what I'm
right
saying. He
now,
sucks.
rewind and go back and listen to what Kenny said, and then come back to this
Well, thanks
timestamp
for catching it, Big
5:15.
Om, because
What's up?
obviously I contradicted myself. I don't watch New Japan. It's what I don't care about. So I'm not saying he shouldn't have never been at the top. I'm surprised he stayed at the top for
Okay.
so long and people were impressed with him.
All right.
Because
That's what I
AEW,
took umbrage with,
match
man.
wise, promo wise, presence wise, he sucks.
In AEW, he is not cooked. I agree. But like the thing is, I think that's why like the C2 is going to be very important this year, not just from a like perspective of like, oh, like this is a very exciting thing, especially for a lot of the AEW like original fans. But it's a chance to lean into a lot of these wrestlers' strengths. Kazuchika Okada, like a lot of the reason why he was bigger than Nakamura, bigger than Tanahashi, bigger than all of the greats in New Japan that came before him was because the dude, when he came out, it like he didn't need to cut a promo. Like even in Japanese, he didn't need to cut a promo. The aura that he had in New Japan was next level. That's why him and Kenny Omega, when they had their amazing rivalry, that's why it meant so much. Kenny was the promo guy, but Okada was just a badass guy who came in there and wrestled great matches. Like, in my opinion, like not my favorite match of all time. The greatest wrestling match of all time was Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada at Dominion 2018.
In your
And
opinion.
yes, in my opinion, and the opinion
Okay.
of like
Just
a
making sure.
lot of
Making
other
sure.
wrestling fans. But
Making sure. Y'all can have y'all opinions, but
no, I mean, we could talk about that at a later time. But I think they lean back into it with the C2. Like this is a time where AEW has a chance to really highlight again what they're best at, and that is the in-ring aspect of professional wrestling. It's not all of it. There's gonna be people who say, "Well, where's the storyline?" At the end of the day, like the storyline is a different factor. You still need the in-ring stuff. You can't just solely say like we need storyline, and then it completely ignore the in-ring aspect of it. That's the whole point of the C2. That's the whole point of these tournaments. So I think they have a chance here to lean back into what made Okada so great and hopefully get him away from the silly elite stuff because that is just what we don't care about.
Big Om, what was the better feud? Kenny Omega and Okada or Stone Cold and The Rock?
It's a good question.
No, it's not a good question. It's a stupid question, actually, to be quite frank.
I mean, obviously, if you want to go with like influence, like sure, Rock and Stone Cold, but also like Okada and Omega had, it was a completely different vibe. Like you got to look at it like this, right? If you're telling me from like from a soap opera, like professional wrestling storyline, sure, Rock and Stone Cold. If you're telling me from like a different like perspective,
I'm
like
asking you for overall, the big picture.
what you want to know what I enjoyed
Don't
more?
break it down.
You're gonna hate the answer. I think Okada and Omega have like one of the greatest rivalries in professional wrestling history, and it's not even close.
No, not one of the greatest. I'm asking you Stone Cold and The Rock or Okada and Omega. I need
Okada
you to flat out say it so you can get
Okada
clips in
and
the
Omega.
comments.
Okada
Okay,
and
y'all
Omega.
heard that?
I don't
Big
care.
Om just said Okada does not cut promos, but he had a better feud than Stone Cold and The Rock. Now I asked you that question.
Hey man, Roman doesn't cut that many promos either,
I asked
does he?
you that question because you said, what did you say? You said you can have the best storyline, but it has to finish in the ring with a good match or a great match. Stone Cold and The Rock used to have great storylines and then go in the ring and punch and kick each other.
They had great matches. Don't act like Stone
Punching
Cold
and
and The Rock
kicking
didn't
each
have great
other.
matches.
Not all of these crazy dragon suplex. What is it? Kreutz Wrath. None of that. Just straight up,
bro.
punch,
If you haven't
kick,
seen a match, don't like talk about like you've seen.
I haven't seen what match.
If you haven't seen Omega
I haven't
versus
seen what
Okada,
match.
what are
Give
you
it to me.
talking
I
about?
haven't seen what match.
Omega versus
Okada. I saw all of them.
He's just lying now.
I swear on everything, I saw all of them.
Yo,
bro, Dave Meltzer rated the
I
match
love
7 stars.
Brian
if you're a
got to
wrestling
sneak
fan,
out
you
of
go
the
watch the match.
conversation after just cooking Okada. Nah, Brian, you got to engage. What are your
Brian,
thoughts?
did I not just say I watched Wrestle Kingdom and saw some of his matches at the beginning of this video?
Yeah, you did. I'll give you that. You did.
Clearly said that.
You did. You did. I mean, listen, bro. I don't got much
boy,
more to
Brian.
say,
He's your
bro.
boy, right?
The guy's cooked. I don't got much more to say, bro. He
Jesus
fried chicken,
Christ.
bro.
What do
He
y'all
fried
think about
chicken, bro.
Okada's run?
Listen, bro. When I got home from work today, My girl had fried chicken made on the table. That is exactly what Okada is at the moment.
Cooked.
Yep.